In this question, the underlying portion begins after what is called an M dash. An M dash has multiple usages. It's very versatile in that it can be used instead of parentheses, it can be used instead of commas. So over here, what we can see is that whatever follows this M dash is basically a descriptor or extra information for the information in the previous clause, the population bottleneck. So A reads that our ancestors suffered this event, greatly reducing their numbers. Now what we can see in A is this present participle modifier ending the clause. Now herein lies the problem, because a present participle ending the clause will modify the whole clause in front of it, but grammatically it will apply to the subject of the clause. So if I write something like SE can be studied by students using an official guide. Now this using the official guide is modifying the whole clause, but it applies to the subject SE, and that becomes illogical because then it would indicate that SE is using an official guide. So this clause has to be rewritten as students can study SE, using an official guide. So if we apply this logic to A, it would actually mean that the ancestors themselves reduce their numbers, and this is why A goes off. Now in B, after the M dash, we start off with the that clause. So that at some time ancestors suffered something that reduced their numbers. So B's construction and logic looks perfectly fine. We can hold on to that. Now in C, the main difference we can see is the usage of so that instead of that. Now why do we use so that? He studied hard so that he succeeds. So we use so that to indicate the purpose or the intent behind the study. So he studied hard so that he succeeds. So if we take back the same meaning, then we're saying they suffered an event so that their numbers were reduced, as if they intended their numbers to reduce. So C goes off as well. Now the problem in D is this event from which. See, from is a preposition used to indicate place or time generally. And an event is not a place or a time, but rather a situation or a circumstance. So we can say an event by which, but an event from which is grammatically wrong. D goes off. And in E, we have so as to, which serves a very similar function to so that. So if we say that our ancestors suffered this event so as to reduce, it once again implies that they had an intention to reduce their own numbers. So E goes off. This leaves us with the right answer choice, B for Bravo.